Good afternoon, Clarksville, Tennessee. Hey, how you doing? This is Army Sergeant Joe Padula with the 2nd Brigade Public Affairs Office, 101st Airborne Division Air Assault, and you are listening to Airstrike. Yeah, forget about it. Now, Airstrike is the brigade's radio show that is dedicated to keeping you, the listener, up to date with all the things that's going on over at Fort Campbell and the Strike Brigade. And I got to tell you, there is so much going on, and it is an honor to be that guy that relays a message to you fine people, and anything that you guys, if you guys got feedback also, you want to call in, go to wjzm.com, get all the information, and call in and leave a message, and we'll be able to answer whatever questions you have, and relay whatever messages you want to our chain of command, and we get whatever information we can out to you. And I got to tell you, we've had some great shows lately in the past here. Well, last week, we brought to you a hero, a Sergeant First Class Greg Robinson, an amputee soldier who was the first amputee soldier ever to graduate the famous Sabolowski Air Assault School, a task that just it's inspiring, inspiring. And also prior to that, we also had Sergeant Rogers, who's a soldier here who volunteers his extra time and recently has volunteered his time for special needs children here at Fort Campbell and the Clarksville area. He and his wife are parents of special needs children themselves, and it was great to sit down and talk to them. And then prior to that too, we had a strike stud, okay, who ran the marathon up there in Louisville. All right, I don't know if he won or not, but he looked like he was hurting pretty bad when he got done. But he completed it, and he did a great job, and he exemplifies exactly what it means to be a strike soldier who works hard and pushes himself physically and mentally, not only in uniform but out of uniform. And I'll tell you, a big bada bing to him. That is for sure. And on this episode, we got a great show for you too. Okay, we have what we call a soldier chef. Okay, here he is. This is the guy who makes it happen in the dining facilities and in the fields that puts the food in our soldiers, and he does great work not only here in garrison, not only here in the States, but he has done such amazing work during a deployment to Afghanistan, and I got to see that in first person, and it's an honor for me to actually sit down and talk to him today and introduce him to you. And I tell you, we're just going to get right into it. So we're going to take a quick break, all right? And as soon as we come back, we're going to sit down with a Strike Stellar Soldier Chef. You're listening to Airstrike on WJZM 1400 AM. Absolutely. All right, and we're back, Clarksville, and not for nothing. It's an interesting day. Okay, I got this app on my phone. The kids call them app. I call them applications. Okay, because that's the full term. And it's a word of the day app. And for my word of the day today is Fathom. Okay, so Fathom, which according to this application, the definition is to measure by a sounding line, or probe, or to penetrate and come to understand. So thanks to this app now, I now fathom the definition of fathom. Okay, so thank you, and I will try and use that word as much as I can throughout today. And expand my vocabulary, which is always not so limited, but I appreciate you guys bearing with the dialect, okay? And all the bada bings and absolutely's, forget about it, it's not for nothings, and now fathoms, okay? But we are back. You are listening to Airstrike on WJZM 1400 AM, and I got to tell you, we got a very special guest that is going to be speaking with you. And he is a soldier chef with the mighty Strike Brigade over at the 101st Airborne Division, Air Assault. And his name is Specialist Eric Maureen. Eric Maureen, come. How you doing? All right.
How's it going, Joe? How's it going?
Oh, let me tell you, it is a pleasure to have you here and actually not only being able to talk to our listening audience on what you do as a soldier chef, but there's a big misconception that you guys are just you just cook and then that's it. Is that right or wrong?
That is completely untrue.
Okay, good. So on today's show, we're gonna clear up that misconception, and we're gonna fill everyone in, soldier and civilian alike, on what you guys do. Now, first about you. How old are you, and where are you from?
I am 34 years old, originally from Corpus Christi, Texas.
Okay, now Corpus Christi, Texas. Now Texas is a state in the United States, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I was just checking. It's actually my fifth favorite state overall.
Fifth, huh?
Yeah, it used to be third. Right.
Moving on up.
Well, I found out you were from there, but that's a joke. That's a joke. I tell you, me and Specialist Maureen, we go way back, right?
Sure do,
we used to be barrack buddies over there.
Barrack buddies.
Yeah, good times. And always cooking up a storm.
Always.
Now, when did you join the Army?
I joined the Army in 2008, December 2008.
Okay, December of 2008 is when
Yes.
you joined the Army, and where did you do your basic training at?
Fort Jackson. They like to say relax in Jackson, but I tell you what, it wasn't really too relaxed.
Okay, Fort Jackson, and that's in what state? That is South Carolina?
South Carolina.
Okay, and so, yeah, there you are. You're in Fort Jackson, 3 months over there, give or take.
Give or take.
Now, you're after initial training, your AIT for you being the cook. Well, I'll tell you what made you decide to be a cook in the Army?
To be a cook, well, I was a chef in the outside world.
Okay. Also known as the civilian populace.
Yes.
Yeah, bada bing.
Yes. And I wanted to finish school, so I figured that the Army would be the best way.
Right. So you took a skill that you already had.
Yes.
And you said, hey, let me apply it while bettering myself and serving my country.
Roger that.
Man, that is a... See, and for those who are thinking about joining, that is a great way to look at it. You see something that you're good at, something that you can excel at, and you could do that while serve. It's unbelievable, I should have thought about that when I was saying, hey, I'm not very good at radio showing, okay? But look what happened. I got lucky, and I get to sit here, and I get to talk to you and these fine people.
Yes.
Bada big. All right, so you join the service, you do your AIT, and where do you do this at?
In Fort Lee.
Okay.
That is in Virginia.
Fort Lee, Virginia. Okay. Now, what do they teach you at your cook school? Now, it's not a cook school. It's what's your MOS, military occupational
It's 92
specialty?
Golf.
Okay, so 92 Golf, 92G.
Yes.
All right, and yeah, how'd it go over there?
It was fairly easy. It was fairly easy for me, because it was down to the basics.
Okay.
Scrambling eggs.
Right.
Making chocolate chip cookies.
Oh.
Flipping pancakes. It wasn't something that I hadn't done, so.
Now, he's not being fresh. He actually means flipping pancakes. He's not saying, flipping pancakes. All right? So,
yeah.
But your peers, your soldier peers that you're going to school with,
Yes.
Can you describe them? Are they brand new to the field? I mean, when you joined, you were obviously a little bit older in age, a little bit more experienced.
Yes.
Okay, could you talk about how you probably led a little bit?
Yeah. Well, we had a lot of fresh ones. Hadn't cooked anything ever, so I was always mentoring them. Giving them tricks of the trade and whatnot. So.
Right. Show them that little, hey, here's a little Corpus Christi touch to your eggs.
There you go. There you go.
Or you're flipping pancakes. Absolutely.
Roger that.
Oh, man. But, okay, so you have no problems at your AIT where you learned how to be a cook, a master cook. Now, I mean, did they also teach you, like, hey, you're not just going to be cooking. You're going to be cooking in some pretty tough areas. Did they go into this with you guys at all?
Yes, they did, but not much. I had to learn that once I got here.
Right. Okay, so, bam, it's 2009 now, right?
Yes.
You finish your AIT, your advanced initial training over at Fort Lee, Virginia, and you get orders, and it says you're coming to the mighty Strike Brigade of the 101st Airborne Division.
Yes, I was pretty excited about that.
That's good. Now prior to coming to Strike or the 101st, did you know about the 101st?
Not much, but I knew that it was a pretty famous base.
Right.
Not like a famous base, but it was well known.
Right. Yeah, Fort Campbell.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a like you said, it's a very well known name. That Old Abe patch. A lot of people know that patch. They recognize that Old Abe Eagle patch.
Yes.
And they go, oh, Army, and so bam. So if you come here, come to the 101st. All right. Now, what time frame are we looking at?
July 4th weekend, 2009.
Okay. Happy birthday.
Yes.
Happy birthday, America. Here's Specialist Eric Morin, a fantastic cook prior to joining. Now, where are some of the places you cooked as a civilian?
All sorts of, chain restaurants, steakhouses, Italian places. I've been cooking since I was in high school,
Right.
as a profession. So
Now, did you keep changing places because you kept getting fired for not being good?
absolutely not.
Okay, all right.
Absolutely
Just
not.
verifying that in case someone in the audience goes, hey, he got fired. That's why he kept changing. Okay.
No, just to get more skills than in my belt.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, we're going to find out how good he is because he actually brought some food in that he made himself for us to try on air, which is always good for a listening audience. Okay, as we get to physically eat food and they get to hear us chew. That, let me tell you, that's going to be terrible for the radios. But bear with us. We're going to give you feedback and play by play or chew by chew.
Yes. Yes.
As we go on. So bam, you come to the 101st. All right. Soldier chef, you get right into the Strike dining facility.
Roger
All right,
that.
you get sent to one of the battalions in the 2nd BCT, known as 2nd Battalion, 502nd Infantry Regiment, nicknamed Strike Force.
Strike Force 2502.
Let me tell you, I just got done hanging out with them for an entire month.
Yeah.
Out in the field.
How was that?
Strike Force means business.
Yeah, they do. They do.
They do not mess around. They are a light infantry unit that is always on the move, always training, and physically fit to fight.
You're right.
And you, sir, being attached to them, being their soldier chef, what was your first initial thoughts?
I was like, wow, these guys, they're just, hua, I mean,
Right,
they're
right.
killers, I
Absolutely.
was like, wow, these guys are rough and tough and take anybody down.
Now here you are, okay? You're not an 11 Bravo. 11 Bravo is the MOS number for the infantry, okay? Which is what makes up the Strike Force, okay? Now, you being a 91 Golf, a food specialist, okay? How did they treat you, not being 11 Bravo?
Well, they liked me. So I got,
good.
I got to hang out, with everybody. Everybody liked me because I took care of them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, they wanted to eat. You got to be nice to the cook,
I'll tell you, and you, what's your daily normal meals that you make as a soldier chef?
Well, breakfast is just a regular old breakfast, I mean, breakfast is never going to change here in the States. It's always going to be bacon, eggs, some kind of sausage, pancakes, biscuits and gravy,
Right,
oatmeal, grits, like all the basic stuff.
Grits. Right.
Yeah.
I've had grits before. Well, I've only had it once, so I guess I had grit before.
Grit.
And I'll tell you, it's go for grits. Okay. Go for grits.
I've never had a grit until I joined the Army, so.
What was it? It was a hominy grit. Is
hominy
that
grit,
accurate?
yes. Yeah.
Okay, hominy. Let me tell you, it didn't make hominy with my stomach, that's for sure. But okay, now what is your typical lunch that you would serve the infantry soldiers of 2nd Battalion 500?
Well,
2nd Infantry Regiment.
It depends on the food that I got. Like I usually try to keep a pretty tight scheduled menu. Like steak day. Italian day. A Mexican day. I usually try to
Italian day, huh?
Italian day.
Oh, absolutely. What'd you make them? Cannolis?
Cannolis? No, I made them spaghetti.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, forget about it. Okay, so your lunches are pretty diverse, is what you're saying.
Yes.
You have your themes. and you stick to them. You know, your pasta days, your Italian days, your Mexican with taco days, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so and I think I've seen some Chinese food also. Some
Roger that. Yes.
Right.
Yes. We have the Chinese meal. You know, it's usually like beef and broccoli, or like some sort of like a chicken stir fry with egg rolls and rice. You know,
Oh, absolutely.
all the basic stuff.
Oh man, and you don't even have to get it delivered. Okay, you just get it right there. It's unbelievable.
Roger that.
Now your typical dinner
Dinner. Well,
for the soldier.
again, you know, I try to mix things up. You know, for dinner, I'd usually try to do some of my home cooking. You know,
Yeah.
some Tex-Mex. You know.
Oh, I'm
and,
sorry to hear that. No, I'm just kidding.
No, they loved it, Joe. They loved it. They
Of
absolutely.
course
loved
they
it.
do. I mean, I get I get to hear all the feedback, you know, from the guys and gals, and like, not only do they love your specific cooking, but the dining facility as a whole. Okay, the Strike DFAC. DFAC is short for dining facility, you know, because we're saving a lot of time. Okay, so the Strike DFAC is a great place for the soldier to come out and eat and sit down and dine. It is a clean. Could you talk about the Strike dining facility?
It's nice. We just recently won best DFAC on Fort Campbell for the second year in a row.
That's what I'm talking about.
Second year in a row. Strike DFAC, best DFAC on Fort Campbell.
You see, and I'll tell you what, we're about to go into that competition on what takes place, what makes you the best dining facility of all of Fort Campbell. And but we're going to take a quick break here. We're sitting down. We're talking with Specialist Eric Maureen, a Texas native who joined the Army to be a soldier chef, and he is doing that and then some. So stay tuned. Again, I don't know if you guys are tuning, but stick around. WJZM. You're listening to Airstrike on 1400 AM. Absolutely. Welcome back, Clarksville, to Airstrike, the soldier radio show from the Strike Brigade, 101st Airborne Division, bringing these soldiers from the front lines right into your radios. So I got to tell you, we're sitting here with Specialist Eric Maureen, a soldier chef with the mighty Strike Brigade. Good to have you here. You know, I tell you, we were just talking about the competitions.
Yes.
That you guys have and the Strike Dining Facility has, and well, I'll tell you what. How many soldier chefs are in each battalion? Would you say? You know, roughly.
Roughly, let's see. Each battalion has one support company, right?
Right.
You know, anywhere between 15 and 20 cooks per company.
So bam. So there are a decent amount of soldier chefs within the Strike Brigade.
Yes.
And they get, attached to each of the battalions and squadron. You know, 1st Battalion, 502nd Infantry Regiment. 2nd Battalion, 502nd Infantry Regiment. Then you have 175, that's the 1st Squadron, 75th Cavalry Regiment. Then you have the Special Troops Battalion, that is the 2BSTB. And then you have also the 1st Battalion, 320th Field Artillery Regiment. Okay, those are the guys that go boom. All right, and then you have the 526th Brigade Support Battalion. So there are all of your brigade battalions and squadron, and each of them have soldiers to take care of those to feed those soldiers throughout its time.
Yes.
Bam. All right, that's a mouthful. Let me tell you, the Army really loves the complicated structure. That's for sure.
Sure.
But sure, absolutely. But okay, so bam, dining facilities. Competition on post. You guys recently won the best defect on post.
Yes.
Tell us all about it.
Once again, for the second year in a row.
No need to brag, I guess.
No.
I love it.
This was a Thanksgiving contest, you know. Every
right.
DFAC who participates, they decorate the entire DFAC.
Right.
Thanksgiving theme, you know, and it gets judged. And we won once again.
Let me tell you, I was there. I went there, okay? I walk in the place, and I felt like I was in Pilgrims and Indians. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You guys did it. You guys, with the aesthetics of the display, could you talk about some of the food that you guys served? Starting with your pre-course, then your main meal, your desserts, and of course all the decorations that go with it too.
Well, we had, of course, like appetizers, shrimp cocktail, all sorts of nice appetizers, and then of course we had a turkey and dressing, all the fixings,
Right.
A big steamship round, which is a big roast beef,
Right.
that we were cutting on the carving board.
Absolutely.
And desserts, all sorts of pastries, cupcakes, and it was just a blast.
It was a calorie of a time, that's
yes,
for sure.
Yes, it sure was.
And this is available to all the soldiers, right?
Yes, yes.
I mean, what you guys put out there is just it's available to the soldiers. It keeps them full, and it keeps it coming in, and it keeps a smile on their face. Now, you guys won the competition, all right? You guys beat out some pretty good defects out there,
We did. We sure did.
and you guys are going to continue to win.
We're gonna try, but it's just that our soldiers take pride in their food and their products.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just pride. You can't buy that at the store.
Absolutely, and Strike definitely has many proud soldiers amongst its ranks, and that includes the soldier chefs too. And we're very happy that you guys are behind the grill. Now, you're not always in the Strike dining facility, okay?
Negative.
You guys are also out in the field doing your cooking in the field. What do you guys call all that? And fill us in.
Well, we have two pieces of equipment that we mainly use. It's a MKT. That's a mobile kitchen trailer.
A mobile kitchen trailer.
Yes.
I think my aunt had one of those.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm not sure, but please describe what an MKT is.
MKT. It's a trailer that unfolds, and there's all sorts of equipment on there. A grill, a deep fryer, a heater tank. Ovens. It's a pretty high speed kitchen.
And this is what's used when in the field and
Yes.
in deployed scenarios.
Roger that. Yes.
So the mobile kitchen trailer, okay, the MKT, all right, is what you guys lug around when training. Now, when out there, what are you able to cook? What do you cook for the soldiers that are training in the field? And let's get into, you guys are out there. You guys are out there cooking with the guys. It's not like you're sleeping in some nice bed, okay? You guys are roughing it out there.
Tents and cots.
Yeah. Fill in the audience that what you guys do.
Well, I mean, it starts early in the morning, of course.
Right.
Breakfast meal usually starts at 6:30, so that means we got to wake up like at 3:30 or 4 o'clock just so we can have everything prepped.
Right. Now, are you making flipping pancakes?
No, we're making eggs, bacon, sausage, biscuits and gravy, oatmeal and grits, all the stuff.
So you're able to the best that you guys can, produce what you produce while at home base,
Yes.
and then in the field too.
Yes, because we want to make
Pretty
these guys
impressive.
feel, they're not out in the field as much as we can,
Right.
So if a home cooked meal is there half an hour to escape, from the reality, that's out there, then
Absolutely.
we provide that.
Now, what is the infantry guys, the 11 Bravo guys? They just get back from the hardcore training. They're all sweat, they're all dirty, and then bam, they're getting served this great meal. What's their reaction?
Oh, their reaction! I mean, some of these guys haven't eaten, in a day or something, or like half a day. They're just, sweating,
Right.
like you said, and the look on their face is like, oh my God, it's fried chicken, and
Right.
like wow, like I didn't expect fried chicken out here, and mashed potatoes and gravy, all the good stuff, and they really love it. They really love it.
And how does that make you and your fellow soldier chefs feel when you see that smile on their face?
Great, because that's what we do, I mean, we aim to please, so.
Right. And that's what I'm talking about. Now, also, while you guys are out there, okay, the term is soldier chef. And the first word of that is soldier. Okay.
Yes, yes.
How important is it for everyone to realize that you are a soldier first?
Well, it's very important, because if we're gonna be, if the guy next to you has to be able to trust you as a soldier, not just as a cook, So we have to train exactly the same way, So
Right.
so if things do go down, we can, defend ourselves.
Absolutely. And you guys have to do the same amount of physical training, the same amount of combat training.
Absolutely.
The qualification, of all the weapons. And, I mean, you guys, as much as you have to do your cooking skills, you have to maintain your soldiering skills as well. Could you
Yes.
fill us in how you guys balance that off?
Well, it's hard, There's times when we have to train and we have to work too. So, like, we'll have to either come in later to the DFAC, like after training, or just give us a couple of days off of the DFAC so we can train. But then it's back to work. So,
So you guys got some pretty rough hours.
roger that.
What are your what's your hours like?
On a basic day, if we're working all day action, which we're kind of understaffed right now at the 2 BCT dining facilities, so we have to work all day action. We have to be there at 5 in the morning.
Nice.
And
So that's report to duty at
Yes.
0500.
0500.
Also known as 5 a.m. Yeah. You know the math. I just did it myself.
And all 3 meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And the dinner meal is over at 6:30, at 18:30.
Wow.
So that's just the hours of operation. And now we got to clean.
Right.
So we usually don't get out of there on a all-day action day till 7 or 8 o'clock at night.
That's pretty amazing.
And then have to report back to duty at 05.
That is some tough hours right there, and you guys accomplish it.
Yes.
You guys make it happen. Now, when you do get your off time to compensate, okay, what do you personally do on that off time?
Off time, like after work?
Say like on a weekend,
Oh, yeah.
because you guys also work weekends too,
Some weekends.
right? I mean, because even though that the training may be over, typical Monday through Friday, okay, now here comes Saturday, Sunday. Guess what? Strike Dining Facility is open on a scheduled week, and bam, do tell.
Yes, we have to, if we don't get any Donzas, hardly ever get any Donzas,
Now, Donza stands for.
a day of no scheduled activity.
There you go. And they call it Donza because bada bing, bada boom.
Yes, yes.
Right.
So we have to come in and feed the soldiers because
Right.
There's they still got to eat.
Absolutely. Now, even though you guys are still reporting to duty on the day off, I mean, how do you guys maintain high spirits?
Well, we do what if we can, listen to music, joke around. It's really laid back. I mean, long hours, but it's really laid back. We like to joke around, make fun of each other.
Yeah. Bust chops.
Bust chops.
Yeah.
Whatever makes the day go by.
Absolutely. Speaking of busting chops, again, I'm sorry that you're from Corpus Christi, but no, I love Texas. Number 8 of all time states.
Oh, it's 8 now?
What was it, 5 earlier? Oh, my bad. Okay, we'll make it 9 now. All right, correcting me on air. Terrible. So here you guys are. We just went into what you guys do at the Strike Dining Facility, which is a beautiful building that is equipped to feed many soldiers in a clean and pretty nice fashion. Then we just went into how you and your other soldier chefs go out to the field and train just as the soldiers do, and
Yes.
continue to cook for them and make as great as a meal as you can with your MKT, your mobile kitchen trailer.
Yes.
I still think my aunt has the same thing. I'm not sure. I'll have to ask her. But yeah, and then we're gonna take another short break here. But when we get back, we're gonna talk about the Strike Soldier chef and what he has done on his deployment to southern Afghanistan, the combat zone of Afghanistan during Operation Enduring Freedom 10-11, 2010 through 2011. So yeah, don't go nowhere. All right, if you do, we'll find you. Forget about it. All right, you're listening to Airstrike on WJZM 1400 AM. Welcome back to Airstrike, the soldier radio show that brings the soldiers of the Strike Brigade 101st Airborne Division Air Assault from the front lines right to your radio. And let's see, I couldn't fathom, what you guys did as a soldier chef, not only in the dining facility but in the field. But thanks to you, now I can fathom a little bit more about your. Am I using it right? The
You
word?
are, yes.
Right. Fathom. Let me look at the definition again. Yeah, fathom. Right. Okay. So here we are. We're talking with Specialist Eric Maureen. He is a soldier chef with the Strike Brigade, and we just got done talking about some of the great things. And now we're going to get into what the soldier chef, for a Brigade Combat team, especially the Strike Brigade Combat team, does while deployed and in theater. Your deployment to southern Afghanistan, Kandahar, home of Taliban.
Yes.
I mean, what was this like for you as a soldier chef?
Well, it was a bit crazy,
Right.
When I first got there, I didn't know what to expect. So I was like, oh crap, what's gonna happen? And
Like there's just to bring the audience into southern Afghanistan in their mind. Picture the Old Testament, okay, the image that you have in your head, and filled with IEDs, improvised explosive devices, and Taliban fighters that are hiding behind civilians. Am I correct, Specialist Maureen?
absolutely,
Is this what Strike got sent right into?
absolutely.
Right. Now, the job was for the infantry guys to eliminate Taliban, and along with their Afghan National Army and Afghan National Police, brothers in arms, and restore power back to the Afghan people.
Yes.
Now, for those infantrymen to do so, they needed to be well fed. Okay?
Yes, they
Now,
did.
conditions over there were pretty harsh, hot, and please fill us in on how you battled the war of hunger for these great heroes of ours.
Yes, it was very hot. Very hot. Having to cook occasionally with our gear on.
Right. Full battle.
Full battle.
Cooking, full battle.
With, hot griddles, ovens all around you. And you're already sweating because it's hot outside. And then having to be, having to cook with all the gear on. It just intensified it, so.
Now, what was you guys get down there, you set up your mobile kitchen trailers.
Yes.
Okay? And then I even seen on some more remote places where it was just pretty much a grill.
Yes, it was.
Where you just set up a grill and you're cooking. I mean, like fill us in.
Well, we had we still had to feed these guys, So, like at the smaller Jacobs, they only gave us a grill and a grill and a steamer or something like that, to where we had to feed like a company size element.
Right. Company size. You're talking about like 60 to 100 soldiers.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And at these JCOPs, these combat outposts. Okay, as more and more ground was taken from Taliban, more and more bases were built. Okay, and the further they went out, usually, it's the smaller they were. Okay, and here you guys are. You're on the front lines cooking for these guys. All right, and I'll tell you, it's not just guys, soldier chefs. There are plenty of female soldier chefs.
Yes.
Can you talk about this?
Yeah, sure. There's male and female soldier chefs. They come in and they kick as much butt as a guy does. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes even better.
Right.
So.
And that is. Would you say that is a testament to your tough training, the strike training that you guys do while in here?
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. It's I mean, we do train, for a deployment, and we train exactly the way, it is over there with the same conditions and equipment
Right.
that we use over there. That's how we train here. So,
Absolutely. Yeah, train as we fight.
yes, exactly.
Absolutely, because our slogan, "I am a strike soldier. I fight where told and win where we fight." Yeah, absolutely. Now, okay, so you're out there, all right. You're in full gear. We're talking just to let you people know. All right, there was days that reached 133 degrees over there. Okay,
Yes.
and it was unbelievable. So you're out there, you're sweating. Now, there's all this incoming fire going on.
Roger
It
that.
was a battle zone out
Yes.
there. It was a combat zone, but you guys were making it done.
Yes.
Now, the thoughts of the guys coming in off of these patrols, okay, coming in from firefights, all right? You got wounded guys walking in.
Yes.
Now, the importance of you making sure that that meal is ready to fulfill his needs. So please tell us.
Yes. Like, I'd say, good luck to some of the guys, before they went out. And I told them, I'm like, hey, when y'all get back, I'm going to have something special for y'all, and that would excite them. You know what I'm saying? So then they come back, cut up or bloody or something, wounded. They're like, wow, this is awesome. Like I really appreciate it. I've been looking forward to this all day, amongst like all this chaos out of here. And, I just really, I appreciated that they appreciated me, so.
Right. Absolutely. And by you providing, I want to call it a comfort of home. But you gave them a sense of normalcy.
Yes, exactly.
And how important is it to provide that sense of normalcy in a non-normal situation?
I think it's very, very important, it's because, there's guys who can lose their head out there.
Right.
So, if I can provide, a sense of home by a home cooked meal, then, then I've done my job,
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Now, we lost a few. Strike lost quite a few during Operation Enduring Freedom 10-11. All right, 66 total fell from the assigned soldiers of Strike. And, knowing that danger zone, did that stop you from doing your mission, or would you just still continue?
I continue to fight through, because some of those guys were my buddies,
Right.
I saw them that morning and they didn't come back,
Yeah. But
I still had to keep my head together. I still had to do my job.
Right.
And I had to fight through it.
Absolutely. We have a saying, I will always place the mission first. And
exactly.
And you, my friend, have definitely done that. And not only here while in the States at Fort Campbell, okay, but I have personally seen you do it on the battlefield as well, and that is a great honor for me to have witnessed, and I thank you for what you do for not only this unit, but for the soldiers as a whole.
Roger that.
They love what you do, and they definitely appreciate you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Okay, we're going to take a quick break here, and then we're going to wrap things up with this great course. I'm looking at it right here that he brought in for us to join to eat. So what is it called?
Ceviche.
Okay, ceviche. Oh, let me tell you, I dated a girl with that name, I think. I'm not sure. But when we get back, we're going to try some ceviche here, and we're going to wrap things up. You're listening to Airstrike on WJZM 1400 AM. Absolutely. All right, welcome back, Clarksville. You're listening to Airstrike, the soldier radio show that brings the soldiers from the front lines right into your radio. And I'll tell you, I'm witnessing something very special right now. Okay, we got the Specialist Eric Maureen. He's a soldier chef with the mighty Strike Brigade, 101st Airborne Division, and he is preparing a meal that is that smells fantastic. Right here in the studio. Okay. Oh, he's taking a spoon that has. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna grab your microphone so you can do what you got to do. Continue working.
Okay.
What is this meal that you have prepared for us in here today?
This is more like an appetizer.
Okay.
Ceviche.
Ceviche.
And it has ahi tuna.
Oh, it smells like it.
A sushi grade tuna fish.
Nice. And did you pick this up in the Clarksville River there, or?
No.
Oh.
I went to Publix.
Oh, okay, Publix. Okay. Now, you guys got some of. Well, let's see. What else is in there? You
All
got.
right. We have tuna fish.
Uh-huh.
We have tomatoes, some red onion.
Oh, red onion. Oh, absolutely.
Serrano peppers.
Oh, yeah, Serrano.
Cilantro.
Yeah, cilantro, absolutely.
Some fresh lime juice,
Right,
salt and pepper.
Yeah.
It's more like an appetizer.
Okay, good.
And how we're going to eat this is...
Good, because it looks very appetizing, you know?
Some leaf lettuce here.
Oh, leaf lettuce.
Yeah.
Good.
So what you want to do here is get this.
So you take the leaf lettuce.
Take the leaf lettuce.
In your one hand.
Yes.
Okay.
Hold on a second.
Yep, holding on.
I got to get some of this fresh avocado in here.
So you got fresh avocado that goes in that medley of
Yes.
tuna and vegetables and
Yes,
okay.
yes, you
So
can.
good. He just poured the avocado. Now what is it? One full avocado?
Yes, one full avocado.
Okay, so you just poured the chopped avocado into the Tupperware of the ceviche.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now he's mixing it around. I see you're doing it clockwise, up over end. Does that matter or no?
No, that's just the way I feel comfortable folding it in.
Oh,
so I
okay,
don't,
absolutely. It's a Texas turn. Okay, got it.
Okay.
You're not a Cowboys fan, are you?
Yes, I am.
Okay,
Absolutely.
I just lost my appetite. Okay. All right, so you take now that lettuce.
Yes.
Okay, what type of lettuce do you need?
Any sort of leafy lettuce.
Okay, so you got the leafy lettuce. I got the leafy lettuce in my right hand, in my left hand now.
Yes.
Okay, now I'm taking a spoon and I'm taking this ceviche mix and I'm dumping it into the lettuce. Now I'm folding the lettuce like it's almost like a lettuce taco.
Yes,
All
exactly.
right. Like a lettuce taco, and I'm about to take a bite here. All right. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's like a Tex-Mex party in my mouth.
Oh, yeah.
Let me tell you.
I'm telling you.
Oh, that is fantastic. That is... Now, Ma, don't be upset that I'm talking my mouth full, but I got it, or else there's too much dead air. Now, yeah, this is like very refreshing in the mouth.
It is.
Okay. Oh, now what do you usually serve this with?
Some people like it with chips,
Oh, yeah?
but I personally like it with this leaf lettuce.
I don't watch chips. It's reruns, you know? Right. But,
Eric Estrada.
yeah, forget about it, you know?
Yeah, come on.
So, okay. Now, this is a Tex-Mex meal? Or would you say this is Mexican?
Well, this is my spin on it, so it's a Tex-Mex meal.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But traditionally it's made with fish.
I'm going to take another one, all right?
Do it.
Well, this tuna is fantastic. I mean,
fresh tuna.
you can taste the tuna, and normally tuna, it has like that tuna taste. But this tuna has a better than tuna taste. All right? Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right, good. So I'm going to take the lettuce. All right. Folding it like a lettuce taco or a lettuce cannoli.
There you go.
All right. Now I'm dumping the avocado and the mix in there. Oh, the lime juices are pouring all over my hands.
Yeah.
Forget about it. All right. Now I'm going to take another bite. Please pardon radio listeners for the gross chewing sounds, but yeah, it tastes fantastic.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, yeah. Forget about it.
Yeah.
Oh, man. You sure you didn't buy this?
Positive I didn't buy this.
Oh, good. Oh, this is fantastic. I'll tell you what. What definitely comes with this meal is a napkin. That is for sure. Man, this is great. All right. So, all right. While we're going to start wrapping it up here, okay, we got Specialist Eric Morin, soldier chef, who I can attest cooks fantastic, makes things like it's meant to be.
Yes.
With
TLC.
Oh, TLC.
He can't buy that.
What I tell you about acronyms?
You're right.
You got to say it.
You're right.
But you can You could see some of his pictures actually that we got of him, cooking away on the Brigade Facebook page.
Yes.
Now, are you a fan of the Strike Facebook page?
I do like it. I do like it.
I mean, I don't care if you like it. Did you click like?
I liked it.
Oh, he's doing parentheses like. Right, yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I clicked like.
Yeah, absolutely.
So now it comes on my newsfeed.
Right. There you go. And you can see all the Strike pictures.
Yes.
All the Strike videos. Hold on, I got to take another bite.
All right.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. All the Strike comments. All the Strike, links.
Yes.
Currently you can read some of the great stories about Sergeant First Class Robinson, the first amputee soldier to ever graduate Air Assault School.
I saw that.
Isn't that unbelievable?
That's awesome.
Oh,
that is awesome.
I sat down. I got to talk to him last week. What a hero.
Yeah.
Hero. All right. You can also go to YouTube, what we call StrikeTube. You can watch all the great videos.
StrikeTube.
Absolutely.
I like that.
Now, have you seen Strike Zone?
No, I have not seen
Okay,
Strike
check
Zone.
out Strike Zone. Strike Zone is the Brigade's TV show dedicated to keeping you, the viewer, up to date with all the great things Strike is doing.
I think I've seen that at the DFAC.
Absolutely. We used to do it in Afghanistan. We used to call it Strike Zone Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Because we're very creative like that. and now we're bringing it back here for Garrison. And you could see great stories like Sergeant First Class Greg Robinson's amputee soldier graduating Air Assault School on the next episode of Strike Zone. Yeah, forget about it.
Yeah.
Heroes. Don't forget, you can also you can Twitter us. Okay.
Twitter.
Yeah, absolutely. You do the @ symbol and then 2BCT. Okay, 2BCT Strike.
All right.
All right. And then keep up with the command message on a daily basis. I got to take another bite. Oh yeah. How many calories are in this?
Not very many.
Oh no, right.
Not very many.
Oh, good.
Tuna, tomato, it's all veggies.
Yeah, veggies.
It's all veggies.
Let me tell you, this is quite fulfilling as well as tasteful with low calories.
Very low calories.
I'm going to use this when I do a TV show, a cooking TV show called Low Calories. Forget about it.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Oh, absolutely. Now, don't forget, you can always check out what the Great Strike Brigade is doing right here every Friday. All right, with the radio show Airstrike. Again, I want to say thank you to Specialist Eric Maureen of the Mighty Strike Brigade for coming in and telling us the story of the soldier chef.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. And, stick around every Friday. Listen to us from 1300 to 1400. That is also known as 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. And thanks for being a part of the Strike Brigade. And you're listening to Airstrike on WJZM 1400 AM. Absolutely. Who volunteers his extra time and recently has volunteered his time for special needs children here at Fort Campbell and the Clarksville area. He and his wife are parents of special needs children themselves, and it was great to sit down and talk to them. And then prior to that too, we had a strike stud. Okay, who ran the marathon up there in Louisville? All right, I don't know if he won or not, but he looked like he was hurting pretty bad when he got done. But he completed it, and he did a great job, and he exemplifies exactly what it means to be a strike soldier who works hard and pushes himself physically and mentally, not only in uniform but out of uniform. And I'll tell you, a big bada bing to him. That is for sure. And on this episode, we got a great show for you too. Okay, we have what we call a soldier chef. Okay, here he is. This is the guy who makes it happen in the dining facilities and in the fields that puts the food in our soldiers, and he does great work not only here in Garrison, not only here in the States, but he has done such amazing work during a deployment to Afghanistan, and I got to see that in first person, and it's an honor for me to actually sit down and talk to him today and introduce him to you. And I tell you, we're just going to get right into it. So we're going to take a quick break, all right? And as soon as we come back, we're going to sit...
Fort Jackson. They like to say relax in Jackson, but I tell you what, it wasn't really too relaxed.
Okay, Fort Jackson, and that's in what state? That is South Carolina?
South Carolina.
Okay, and so, yeah, there you are. You're in Fort Jackson, okay? 3 months over there, give or take.
Give or take.
Now, you're after initial training, your AIT for you being the cook. Well, I'll tell you what made you decide to be a cook in the Army?
To be a cook, well, I was a chef in the outside world.
Okay. Also known as the civilian populace.
Yes.
Yeah, bada bing.
Yes. And I wanted to finish school, so I figured that the Army would be the best way.
Right. So you took a skill that you already had.
Yes.
And you said, hey, let me apply it while bettering myself and serving my country.
Roger that.
Man, that is a... See, and for those who are thinking about joining, that is a great way to look at it. You see something that you're good at, something that you can excel at, and you could do that while serve. It's unbelievable, I should have thought about that when I was saying, hey, I'm not very good at radio showing, okay? But look what happened. I got lucky, and I get to sit here, and I get to talk to you and these fine people.
Yes.
Bada big. All right, so you join the service, you do your AIT, and where do you do this at?
In Fort Lee.
Okay.
That is in Virginia.
Fort Lee, Virginia. Okay. Now, what do they teach you at your cook school? Now, it's the mighty Strike Brigade over at the 101st Airborne Division, Air Assault, and his name is Specialist Eric Maureen. Eric Maureen, come. How you doing? All right.
How's it going, Joe? How's it going?
Let me tell you, it is a pleasure to have you here and actually not only being able to talk to our listening audience on what you do as a soldier chef, but there's a big misconception that you guys are just you just cook and then that's it. Is that right or wrong?
That is completely untrue.
Okay, good. So on today's show, we're gonna clear up that misconception, and we're gonna fill everyone in, soldier and civilian alike, on what you guys do. Now, first about you. How old are you, and where are you from?
I am 34 years old, originally from Corpus Christi, Texas.
Okay, now Corpus Christi, Texas. Now, Texas is a state in the United States, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I was just checking. It's actually my fifth favorite state overall.
Fifth, huh?
Yeah, it used to be third. Right.
Moving on up.
Well, I found out you were from there, but that's a joke. That's a joke. I tell you, me and Specialist Maureen, we go way back, right?
Sure do,
we used to be barrack buddies over there.
Barrack buddies.
Yeah, good times. Always cooking up a storm.
Always.
Now, when did you join the Army?
I joined the Army in 2008, December 2008.
Okay, December of 2008 is when you joined the Army, and where did you do your basic training at? Good afternoon, Clarksville, Tennessee. Hey, how you doing? This is Army Sergeant Joe Padula with the 2nd Brigade Public Affairs Office, 101st Airborne Division Air Assault, and you are listening to Airstrike. Yeah, forget about it. Now, Airstrike is the Brigade's radio show that is dedicated to keeping you, the listener, up to date with all the things that's going on over at Fort Campbell and the Strike Brigade. And I got to tell you, there is so much going on, and it is an honor to be that guy that relays a message to you fine people, and anything that you guys, if you guys got feedback also, you want to call in, go to WJZM.com, get all the information, and call in and leave a message, and we'll be able to answer whatever questions you have and relay whatever messages you want to our chain of command, and we get whatever information we can out to you. And I got to tell you, we've had some great shows lately in the past here. Last week, we brought to you a hero, a Sergeant First Class Greg Robinson, an amputee soldier who was the first amputee soldier ever to graduate the famous Sobolewski Air Assault School. A task that just it's inspiring, inspiring. And also prior to that, we also had Sergeant Rogers, who was a soldier here down with a Strike Stellar Soldier Chef. You're listening to Airstrike on WJZM 1400 AM. Absolutely. All right, and we're back, Clarksville, and not for nothing. It's an interesting day. Okay, I got this app on my phone. The kids call them app. I call them applications. Okay, because that's the full term. And it's a word of the day app. And for my word of the day today is Fathom. Okay, so fathom, which according to this application, the definition is to measure by a sounding line, or probe, or to penetrate and come to understand. So thanks to this app now, I now fathom the definition of fathom. Okay, so thank you, and I will try and use that word as much as I can throughout today. And expand my vocabulary, which is always not so limited, but I appreciate you guys bearing with the dialect, okay? And all the bada bings and absolutely's, forget about it, it's not for nothings, and now fathoms, okay? But we are back. You are listening to Airstrike on WJZM 1400 AM, and I got to tell you, we got a very special guest that is going to be speaking with you. And he is a soldier chef with